Good morning, everyone. It's Rifcal, and we are playing some more Pokémon Reborn. Today, before we head on to our new quest, we are going to do a little bit of cleanup. Namely, we have this person here who's been checking in on our Pokedex, and we have not completed all of the standard Pokemon, but at this point we've actually passed the number that's required. So even though we don't have a complete Pokedex of non-legendaries, we should still get the reward. Howdy, did you finally get them all? You did! Let's see. Really? Nothing? We've collected data for all known non-legendary Pokemon, but I still can't find this one. Is it a new species? I was excited at the thought that I could have found something like that, but I didn't want to get ahead of myself. So I started trying to find proof that it was already discovered, but maybe not. I'll have to report my findings ASAP. This is really fantastic. A brand new species actually just fell into my hands. I had happened to find it when I was exploring a cave under Reborn City. Where did it actually come from? Still got a lot of research to do, including properly training it. Hey, could you take care of that for me? I'll let you take care of this Pokemon so it can grow properly, and then I'll contact you later for information on how it's grown. Don't worry, I'll credit you in the academic report. But here, why don't you say hi to it? And we get a Poipole. Which is a legendary from Sun Moon. Treat it well, okay? We're gonna be famous for finding this. Poipole is really good. And it's one of those things where I will probably... actually, I might make an effort to train that up before this next section. But for now... I'm actually going to, we're going to do a little aside first. Here they go. I'm gonna grab Gore-Tex. We're gonna grab Shorty Fury. And we're gonna grab... Originally used the Way, but I think we can actually go ahead and grab somebody who we haven't used as much. Let's grab Ishtar. That gives us grass water. And the more important thing here is we get a mix of... so these two work really well together in doubles battle. That's pretty much the gist of it. I've been doing some cleanup as far as other Pokedex stuff goes. I've caught a few more. There was one as I was going through that I did want to do. I did want to do on stream, just because it had, like, story implications a bit. We need to go to, let's see, I think it's the roof of a building. On a clear night, it says. Is it this one that you can get to the roof? No. One of these buildings you can get to the roof, theoretically. That's the kid that like, kidnapped himself to get money. This is the orphanage. That's the bicycle shop. This is where we helped Team Magma liberate Pokemon. Or Team Aqua? The one we were a part of, I clearly remember. Well, I'm not seeing what I was looking for here. Which is unfortunate. Oh, there's more up here. That's promising. Nope. Maybe it's because it's not night. Let's try... Oh, unrealtime is off. Then it should be night. Oh well. I tried. I'm not gonna mess with it for too long. There's a few other weird ones that I haven't been able to get a good read on how to do them still. Lapras and Bagon being the most important ones. That's so many friends here. I think it's really cool that they just have everybody hanging out here. But we have 3 new quests to unlock. Before we do that, though, I want to go back to the battle arena, which is why we have this team. So we're gonna do, let's say, Quick Claw on Ishtar. Leftovers. On Gore-Tex. And let's just go choice specs on Shorty Fury. Actually, could we choice Scarf on Ishtar? For that speed boost? Instead of Quick Claw? I don't know, Ishtar's pretty slow. Oh, that's right, Ishtar has Curse. So yes, Quick Claw is great. I did a bunch of these already, but I wanted to do... I hadn't done doubles yet on stream, and so I thought this would be a fun thing to do. That is a fisherman on a burning field. I suspect we may have an advantage here. Okay, so the way that this is pretty much going to work, we're going to use Discharge on Gore-Tex. Doesn't affect Discharge, but it hits the other 2 slots. So yeah, Earthquake doesn't hit Zapdos, Discharge doesn't hit Ishtar. This should finish off Ludicolo. Oh man. That's unfortunate. So that means Ishtar's going down. But that's okay. I guess we'll bring Monkey in. This doesn't work quite as well, but it should still work pretty well. So next thing we're gonna do is use Lava Plume and then switch Monkey in. This is gonna give us another stat drop from Intimidate. Not that it ended up mattering. And then it's going to let us take minimal damage because while because Monkey is wearing the Assault Vest and has pretty solid Bolt to start with. And this time, or this part doesn't really matter because it's down to a 3-on-1. So that's kind of the basics of how this team is put together. This doesn't work quite as well. The original one I had was, instead of Ishtar, was the Way. So Ground Dragon. Steelix and Deontay. That's unfortunate with this team. That's a whole lot of steel. I guess we can go like so yeah, I think we just go Woodhammer into this slot and Discharge still. Like, it's not going to do a ton, but it will hit Steelix. Ugh. Okay. Doubled into... Okay, that works. We can make that work. And then we switch Monkey in. Once again, same basic idea here. Oh man, actually this is a little nasty. Steel types on a on the water field means that it does very minimal damage. But it is at least super effective on them, and how is that? I don't actually know Diancy's type. Again, I'm not an expert on Earthquake doesn't work, so I guess we go Waterfall here. I'm gonna quick check Diancy's type. rock. Okay, that's what I guessed. Oh, it's not steel, it's rock fairy. Okay. So that was actually the wrong call on my part. We should have wood hammered into Diancie instead of Steelix. And we shouldn't have gone for Zapdos at all. That's really unfortunate, and we're probably dead now. We are almost certainly dead now. Okay, that could have been avoided. We still get 2 BP. That brings my total up to 23. And we're going to use that to get the remote PC. One remote PC deposited safely in your key items pocket. It's still an experimental product. The amount of power it uses, it'll consume 1 cell battery per use. Okay, so it's not a okay. So the basic idea with that, from the sounds of that, is we can we should now be able to access our PC from the field occasionally. And quite frankly, that's good enough for me. I did already pick up 3 Reborn balls and a couple more sets of EV boosters. Actually, you know what? We're going to I'm gonna go ahead, since that dual battle didn't take nearly as long as I was wanting it to, quite frankly. Oh, we can buy more cell batteries too. Okay, let's do that while we're here. And we'll grab a couple more EV boosters. It's been a while since I've actually trained up a Pokemon on stream. So that's actually what we're going to do next. I want to take Poipole and level it up. This is a poison type and a dragon type. So I'm gonna do a quick check on how many people have each of those types associated with them. The Way has 3 already. Megatron has 2 current ones. Metal is another one. Actually, that'd be a good... Yes. There we go. So that's going to be our second iteration of Metal. We're going to do a quick check on its moves. Okay, those are all wrong from what we need. We're gonna do Sludge Bomb. Actually, no. Sludge Wave? Yeah, I think we can get away with Sludge Wave here. Sludge Bomb and Sludge Wave are almost identical, except one of them hits an area and one of them is a single target. Let's do a quick look for coverage moves as we're scrolling. Actually, Venus Shock would be pretty solid also if we end up wanting another move option that's single target. Cannot get Calm Mind. I don't have a TM for Dragon Pulse? Okay. Or maybe it hasn't learned it. Can't learn it yet. Power could also be a valuable one to grab. And it can't learn anything like Psychic or anything. Okay. So with a quick after a quick look at that, we're gonna do EV Booster. This goes way faster now that we've got these as options. Max out speed. Max out special attack. We're going to grab a Modest Mint. And I actually don't have very many candies left. And with that in mind, I think we're going to go over to the department store. That's not the department store. Go up to the top floor. And we'll make this as quick as we can. So Mark, I believe, yes. This saves us several text boxes by having Mark be the one to be in front here. Lissy is super squishy to physical attacks and is weak to fighting. So we just have Mark in front, Mach Punch, before they can do their Healing Wish. This is going to give all of our Pokemon a decent chunk of XP. They put this literally, or they put this here literally for this purpose. It's just to be able to grind up your Pokemon quickly. And in addition to just getting a bunch of experience throughout this, the reward is that you get a bunch of candy as well. So we're going to get XP from candy and XP from this. It'll work out really well. Normally, you don't actually need something to kill the Blissey's. They will use, like, suicide moves that don't do damage. Okay, 20 XP candies. We get healed. We did not learn Dragon Pulse, so we will need to actually... Okay, actually, while we're here, we'll just do one more round of the challenge. I do have one other Pokemon that I had started trying to train up, but I ran into problems because one of the moves I wanted is an egg move, which means that you have to train it up on another Pokemon and then switch it around. And yeah. Short version, the ones that I would, or the Pokemon I would need to use in order to get that training done, it was being really inconvenient because because I didn't have a female Pokemon of the right species. And for egg moves to work, you have to have a male. Well, either of them can have the egg move, but in this case, when whatever species you want has to be a female, and then the other partner has to be a male, and it has to be of the right egg type. And I could not, for the life of me, get a female Pokemon. And yeah, it was a thing. It was a whole thing. It was frustrating, and I ended up having an opportunity to record, so I took it. Even though it wasn't quite what I wanted to do. Okay, so we've got... Can I be free now? Okay. So, with that in mind... Actually, this is perfect, because next stop we need to make is the move relearner. Because we need Dragon Pulse. Dragon Pulse is required in order to evolve Poipole. What else can it learn? Venom Drench. Venom Drench is actually a cool move, but I don't think anything else here is necessary. Evolves into Naganactyl. It's trying to learn Air Cutter, which is not great. Yep. Before we leave, I am gonna do a quick check here to see if it adds anything else to this list. It does. Okay, Air Slash is a better option if we want to learn a fly move. Actually, yeah, let's grab Air Slash then. I don't think we need Toxic. This is not a stally Pokemon. Maybe if we could get a Drain move on it. And let's do another quick loop on the what can they learn. Okay, Dark Pulse isn't bad, actually. I might grab that over Nasty Plot, and because they'd be a good choice specs user. And you don't want Nasty Plot with choice specs. Like, it's not great, but it does give coverage against some of its weaknesses, specifically. Because if you can get a Dark Pulse off before their Psychic move hits you, that would work well. Okay, they still can't get... Okay, they can get Fire Blast. Interesting. Flamethrower? Flamethrower is good. Flamethrower is good. Actually, I might... That might actually be better. I'm just trying to think through all the coverage options. Like, Dragon is a strong single target stab attack. But it doesn't hit a lot of weaknesses. Like, literally just other dragons. So it's mostly just for neutral damage. It's not a good coverage move. Poison hits berries. Grass. We could Hidden Power if I wanted to try and get, like, Psychic or something. That's an obnoxious sound. Can get Leech Life, but that's a physical. Get Protect if we wanted to go for, like, a Life Orb set. Honestly, that might not be bad either. Still can't get Psychic. I'm trying to remember Sludge Bomb and Sludge Wave. Sludge Bomb has a much higher chance to poison, but is lower damage and single targeted. And I think this section coming up, there's like a couple doubles that I'm going to potentially want it for. So I think Sludge Wave is okay, and we can always switch it out. Thunderbolt. Honestly, Thunderbolt and Flamethrower tend to be very good coverage. I'm just trying to think through if there is anything better. Well, let's look at the fights. I know there is a grass type in that group. But we should be able to... Yeah, we can use poison against grass. So we don't need the fire coverage. There's only one. Like, I'm seeing a few dragon types, so that actually works out. There are several fighting types, which is one of the reasons that I was thinking that Air Slash could be good. But I do think that there are a few... there's a few water types as well. So this will give us some coverage there. Okay. So with that, we have fully trained up Metal, the Naganadel. Needed a little bit more XP, but that's okay. Very powerful special attacker. This was our reward for finishing the Pokedex, even though we technically haven't yet. We've just gotten enough Pokemon because of all the legendaries we've gotten that it works. Yeah. I think this is probably going to be a good spot to take to end this episode. And next time we will actually go out into the field. And we're going to be hunting the Three Musketeer Pokemon. Which the team that I started with, that I put back into my box, is the one that's going with that. So we will pick back up right here next time. I have the option to do reborn balls. I'm gonna see if I can get away with just trying to catch them as well, which is part of the reason that this version of Mark is here. So, hope you're still enjoying. If you are, please give me a like and subscribe. Check out the other content on my channel. If you have any questions or suggestions, please leave them in the comments. Here's my choice items. And as always, have a good one. We'll catch you next time.